There has been an issue about the last general election, and there are those who have described it as one of the best elections or one of the most credible elections. But for some of us, we believe this was one of the most incredible elections.
Incredible is a good thing.
We had never seen a situation.
I think Hassan should put off his microphone.
We had never seen a situation where the electoral body is split. It's like a split jury or almost a hung jury, but in this case, the majority of the commissioners disowned the results. The chairman, with the minority, only 2 upheld the results. And the country found itself in a political and legal terra incognita. It's an unprecedented situation. That's why I'm saying it was not normal. They were not normal elections. And we were particularly looking at the provisions of Article 138, 3C, and the Supreme Court pronounced itself on it by saying the decision of the Commission, IEBC, should be a corporate decision in terms of the results, tallying, verifying. It should be a corporate, it cannot be the decision of the chair. And when you come to, of course, Article 138.10, the chair is the one who declares. But in a situation where we have a rogue chair, this time we have the chair and only 2 commissioners. But we can find ourselves in a situation in future where the chair disagrees with the commission and the chair by himself declares results that probably the rest of the commission does not agree with. The Supreme Court was very clear in interpreting that particular article, that we find, and I quote this ruling, we find that the chairperson cannot arrogate himself the power to verify and tally the results of a presidential election to the exclusion of the other members of the Commission. Indeed, Article 138.10 of the Constitution, although the power to declare the results of a presidential election after verification and tallying is vested in the chairperson, he does not, or he does so only as a delegate of the Commission, with the corporate decision of the Commission. Going into the future, we would like to get your opinion on that in terms of advice in putting the country on a more political and legal terra firma in terms of such situations arising in future. What would you advise on that? On the issue of the cost of living, as His Excellency Kalonzo has said, these socio-economic rights under Article 43 also include the rights under Article 201 on the finance, the taxation, and the equitable taxation of the citizens, and equitable sharing of the tax burden. In the current situation today in this country, there are many Kenyans who cannot put food on the table because of the high cost of living, and particularly the Finance Act 2023 that saw everything going up, particularly the cost of fuel. On fuel alone, we have almost 16 or so levies and taxes that have really increased fuel to unprecedented levels. And we're not talking of just the mamambogas in the village who have to pay over 33 shillings more for kerosene out there in the village. Life is becoming unbearable. Even our journalists here and professionals, anyone with a pay slip today is really an endangered species because of the many taxes. What would you advise? There have been proposals here, and we wanted to hear from you because it is a policy decision and enjoyment of those socioeconomic rights under Article 43, it's not a favor from the government. Under Article 21, it is the fundamental duty of the state to ensure enjoyment of those rights by the citizen. In terms of policy measures, so if there are wrong policies that have been put in place that have overburdened the citizen, what would you advise in terms of probably reduction of some of the taxes or reviewing of some of those levies on fuel, on electricity? We really would like to hear from you so that we can, as a committee, make appropriate recommendations. Thank you.
Yeah, I think Catherine was to go first.
Thank you, Chair. And thank you, Professor, for your presentations. I am one of those who is actually going to agree with you on most of your popular presentations. These are very unpopular amongst politicians, but to some of